Try and stay in the air for at least 3 seconds. Don't laugh. We did this in rehearsal.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like immensely, so.
It was an experience that we won't forget.
Oh, do it a million times over for everyone.
I'm extremely happy. It was everything we hoped it could be.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the government assistance.
We have to go on in like 5 minutes anyway, so. Great. Yeah.
180 people, yeah, all out there waiting for you. It's a particular type of sound.
Speak all together.
Well, the government assistance is a program that we devised because we wanted to use the resources on our doorstep. I mean, the Abbey's just restarting its outreach activities in a way. It's been doing some small-scale stuff for the last few years, but now it's decided to open up activities on a much bigger scale. And one of the challenges was, well, how can we use the resources on our doorstep, all the actors and writers and designers that flow through the building? And so this is one of the ideas. And we were already working with Kalasha Lahida in Tala on a radio play. We were working with them, and I noticed that there were some of the students who just had a particular bent for it. There was something about them that made me think, well, maybe they'd experienced something worthwhile from going to the next stage, performing on a professional stage, seeing what it's like to perform in that context. And so I decided to pair them up with the ensemble of the government inspector.
Peter.
Good start today.
No,
yes,
Rona. Who's still in bed?
She's still in bed.
Liz.
Joe.
And then just said, okay, this is the content. Let's explore the same sort of thing that the play is doing, but just on a much smaller scale. So let's have a satirical monologue about your lives.
It's to be sarcastic, like take
the mic.
Yeah, take the mick out of everyone.
Someone just slagging other people, basically just making fun of everything that's going on.
No.
We were just talking about it earlier, that Father Ted,
Oh yeah.
that would be a really, one of the most obvious ones maybe for us about, like, you know, Irishness in general, really, and obviously particularly about like these things are, once they're said to you, you kind of say, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I was a big fan of, way back in the day, Splitting Image. Right. They were fantastic. I know they're way too young to remember them. They were a brilliant puppet show on UTV, I think, and they used to just take the piss out of the British, actually the world, but British political system and anybody who's in the public eye in Britain. Brilliant. And I'm a very big fan of Have I Got News for You?
The one I'm in at the moment in the Abbey is a great one.
Well done.
Yeah. It's probably the best that's out there. Really, an example of a satire.
Myself. Or taking the mick out of something that happened to me and just making it funny because I have to get over it and get on with it.
Kind of governmental issues, teenage life in there, and about the Geordie show as well. It's kind of how it influences us.
Just be playing like a more exaggerated version of myself, like sort of not a character really, but me with a bit more stupid.
I've wrote a couple of things, and we know what the storyline's going to be, the basic of the story, and just put it all together and write a few words.
We just wrote down like kind of the last year, kind of big points in the year that happened to Sinead, and just some of the funny lines that she came out with as well. We wrote some of those down, and we just started, kind of thought of a beginning, middle and end, and we're just going to fill it in from there.
And we've got about 8 minutes of material, and we're going to edit it down now to, it's supposed to be about 2 or 3, but I'd be happy enough if it was 5.
Yeah, you would.
I don't have to do it, so I don't care how long it is.
Bye.
See you guys. Go be creative. Yay.
One of the things that we're committed to at the Abbey is starting a national conversation about contemporary Ireland. I mean, starting a conversation and maintaining it and listening to what comes back from our audiences and from the people that the outreach department works with. And so I was very interested in finding out from the students at Kalash and Dahida what they thought about contemporary Ireland.
Come back at 12:30 and I wish to see something. I wish to see something on the basis of which I'll decide who to invite to the performance. So that's just to let you know. Okay, so that's the parameters on today's work.
Their ideas about what acting is about have changed considerably in the process, mainly because they've worked with professional actors and who've explained to them the practical rigours of the craft. And I think that's been a surprise and a welcome one. So just how physically based, for example, acting is, how many warm-ups you need to do.
We're going to land together without making a sound, and then we're going to go,
There are a number of results possible from a project like this. The kind of the obvious ones is that they get a taste of the craft of acting, and that might turn into them taking up the profession. But that's obviously not our absolute aim. We'd love it if they did. It's more to do with I think an old-fashioned belief that involvement in the arts is enriching. Really a strong sense of that, and also an encouragement that there are different ways of thinking about things. So you can think about contemporary Ireland on a stage by performing as a character as well as writing an essay about it. So those sort of opportunities too.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, that was funny. It actually was kind of funny.
For us, though, in the long term, it's a kind of a sense of, right, this is what these 6 people chose to talk about. Interesting. And we'll build on that too.
And over here.
I have lupus, and this is lupus. It started last February when I got home from school, and I seen an envelope. And once you see the hospital crest on the front of the envelope, you know you're going to have some nurse taking bloods.
Minister, tweet, ting.
It actually was kind of funny when Jay got thrown to the pill. Even funnier if Vicky had been thrown to the pill though.
Change you can believe in. So sorry, he's up for it.
What you promised? I don't want to have to wait for you to sell the villa. I want a pony. The other 2 are getting lonely, Daddy. Oh! What? Dad, I'm going to have to call you back. Weird. That's all really am right now.
There's 2 things to think about. One is that I really commit with my body, and it's my intention, and my energy, and my breath energy is going somewhere. So if it's to you, I really need it to land as if it's landing in the centre of your chest.
I think it's about giving them a few things to think about, which are to do with, I think, their relationship with a space, and for example, what it means to follow through or to land a line. And I think those were the things that I thought were probably the most important for them to take away with them.
Yeah, and just keep repeating it. So by making the body a bit more alive, even shaking, we felt that suddenly the body was a little bit more alive. And then when you said that...
You know, the sort of things that I wanted to talk to them more about were about how to make the space theirs. You know, what's the difference between just volume and energy, and that idea that we're always talking about in the theatre of landing something. You know, that the clarity of your voice is also connected to the clarity of your intention, and a kind of generosity with those words, and how to feel when you stand out on stage by yourself that it is your space.
Everything's easier. If my direction or my intention is really clear, then when I speak, my voice, it's going to be easier for me to land my voice further away.
Confidence, you're smiling, you're looking at it, you know what it is.
You know, we are training our thought, our imagination all the time, and and I suppose, you know, that's part of a project, or part of their development is looking at another way of thinking. And I guess it's also, I think, with any of these projects is that we take the work seriously, and we expect them to take the work seriously, and I think, you know, taking them seriously, taking the work seriously, it's interesting for people to see that we work in a profession where we take our work very seriously.
It's just about clarity, so that we know why you're doing it. So if you know why, we know why. Do you want to try it again then with all those things again?
Upstairs, however, there is an abundance of space set aside for the superior beings.
Too fast, slow down. And it's nicely painted, and so it's kind of like, so upstairs, however, there is an abundance of space.
I think you sow the seeds, and you have an experience, and I think a mentorship can be amazingly inspiring. And I think that things like that can bear fruit years down the line. And I think one-on-one relationships in terms of development and education and learning at all stages of our life can be amazingly inspiring. And I think that often in school, for lots of reasons, you don't get the opportunity to have one-on-one mentorship, which I think is fantastically important.
Okay, as we're all here, I'll just tell you what today's going to look like. We're now going to have a warm-up, hopefully led by Mr. Gunning, if he's prepared to do that. And then after that, maybe if you guys spend 10 minutes doing some of the exercises Andrea gave you last week. Do you remember those ones? So that you get used to the space again, that sort of thing. And that will give us a chance to have a little bit of a chat. After that, we're going to do speed runs of your lines. You're going to go off with your mentors and you're going to do speed runs, which means you're just going to go through your lines very, very quickly over and over. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to tech, which means we're going to work out entrances, exits, and things like that. And then we're going to do a tech, which means that we work out what lights we're going to use, what sound effects we're going to use, what running order we're going to go in, and that sort of thing. Okay, that's good. And to take it off again? We put it under there very far. No, leave it there. That's good there. Dali, you're up.
Yeah. Very good. And now I want you to keep going. Okay, freeze. So what?
The lights will go down a bit, the lights will change, and then you'll hear me speaking. And I'll be doing a little intro. I'll be saying, these are the fire exits, this is what we're doing, thanks very much for coming, welcome to the Abbey, all that sort of stuff. And here are the government assistants, okay? There you go. Yeah. Lovingly designed by Claire Lynch, our wonderful in-house designer.
Excellent.
There you go. And never missing a chance to reach out to more people. O'clock you'll have lunch between 1 and 2, and then at 2 o'clock we're going to do a dress, which means we're just going to do the whole thing as if the audience were there. No stopping, no changing,
Dressing rooms are open, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. And you have a dressing room each. There's a girls' dressing room and a boys' dressing room. Okay, just the list there. Then the dress will go on till about maybe 2:45, something like that. And you have a quarter of an hour to come and stand in here and get more nervous. And then at 3 o'clock, you'll go on stage.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're very, very welcome to the Abbey Theatre. Now, is there anybody here that hasn't been to the Abbey before? Put your hands up. You're especially welcome. You really are. You're especially welcome. There's quite a few people here who actually work at the Abbey. It's a sort of special showing today. And we're delighted when people come for the first time because we're very proud of what we do and we love sharing it with people. So you're very welcome and we hope you come back. We really do. So today we're going to see something called the Government Assistance. It's the first showing of the new Community and Education Department. And what the Abbey tries to do is have a conversation with Ireland. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find out what Ireland's talking about. So what we thought we'd do is we'd make use of the resources that we've got at our fingertips. And those resources are the very creative artists that work in the theatre. So we've taken 6 actors from the Government Inspector and they've mentored and they've worked with 6 students from Kalasha Nahida. And it's been a fantastic process and the students have been brilliant. They didn't impose anything on the students, they didn't tell them what to say or what to do, they just gave them the tools to express themselves through the medium of theatre. So what you're going to hear now is what the youth of Ireland think of their betters. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Government Assistance.
You may recognise me from the primetime investment show Lizard's Lair. I'm a social entrepreneur, socialite, and the guards aren't me for my taxes, but I'm here today in this room, currently to speak to you on behalf of the Noble Party. We are a new way in political thinking, a minty, fresh, driving force for the modern Irish society. Different from the rest, really different, seriously like. And we want change, not just spirit change, you know, proper culture buying change, real change for a real republic. We in the MB Party believe in you, the people of Ireland, and we believe in the ability of the Irish people to sort their own shit. I mean, shop out. Neil ain't hint on, or the hint on fame, as the German fella said. We believe in Ireland's past and going forward. We believe in Ireland's future, because after the past comes the future. But before the future and after the past is the present. Do you get my drift? And it's in the present we want to make change. Change you can believe in. So sorry, is up for it? Yeah. We have a comprehensive, decisive and progressive 5-point plan to clog up the swanny that is the Irish economy. So, what are they? Well, for starters you're thinking right. You know this household tax they're bringing in, yeah? Well, let's stitch that right. We saw something for the money there. 10-cent tax on a box of piggy bags makes a fortune. And another thing, they hack at some of the young ones walking around in their pyjamas these days. What are they thinking? And they're chumfless. Oh, jeez, I don't know what they're thinking. The tracky bottoms tucked into the white socks. Ridiculous carry on. So, point C, politicians. Politicians. Loud and dirty! I reckon make them do it for the minimum wage. It's a privilege, isn't it? Representing you. Well, make them use the bus, possibly the louse, maybe even the dirt. Now, point number 4. You've noticed the buses getting pretty expensive these days, aren't they? And we wouldn't mind, but service isn't great, is it? Buses do be manky. They're never on time. And, well, the smell of some people on the oak is ridiculous. It's rotten. Now, point number 5. The rigorous and unrelenting implementation of their comprehensive 5-point plan. We believe in you, the people of Ireland, and you too can believe in us, the NB party. We would appreciate your votes, and we promise to carry out these actions. You need us. We're striking, on the ball, dead white, and we know what the people want nowadays. We're keen to get the work done. So lads, vote for us, the No Bull Party. Together we can make sure Kathleen never has to turn on her red light, ever again. Grandma, thank you.
All right, lads. Name's Tiberius. I'm the new coach here at Colosh the Hard. Colosh the Hard. The Irish speaking school, okay? You guys are like so lucky to have me because I am a genuine D4 rugby player. Match day, preparation, breakfast. Get those sausages into you. Your eggs, your bacon, you put in rich sources of protein. Changing room. Gotta pull your socks up. Right up past your knee, you know. Then you gotta get into your shorts. Step into them and pull up. Okay? Now, the jersey. The jersey is the most important part. You have to get it and put it over your head, just pop it on, just stick your arm through and just pull the other one out. Just stick it down, see? Makes the pec stick out. Go on, touch it, go on. When you win, as you will win, you must celebrate. Go into the change room, start flicking each other with the towels, you know? Really get it with the shoulder, just flick, you know? Then you head out in the lash, you know? I know you're only 14, but it's good to know these things. You see a bird you like, right? You sort of stare at her till she just as she notices you. Get your mates to laugh. Just make it look like you're a funny guy, you know? Walk over to her. All right? The name's Tiberius. Yeah, I play rugby. What do you mean? What do you mean, get away? Yeah, didn't even like you. After getting rejected like that, best thing you can do is just go off and start drinking. You don't even want to remember the night. Walking home at night can be like the funniest thing ever, because you see all like knackers in their tracksuits coming back from the plaza. It's like, oh my god, is that a television camera? Then you get home to bed, just crawl into your comfy double bed, set the alarm clock and just sort of drift off. Can't believe that bird didn't come home with me. Right lads, yeah, that's my routine, you know. If you follow that, you can nearly be as good as I am. Not some Irish-speaking boggers, but a true Irish sports hero. Thanks, I'll talk to you later.
So I'm in English class. Did you see the debate last night? She didn't say anything. The debate. It was on RTE? I suppose not. She must be still mad at me for yesterday. I actually seen Geordie Shore too. Did you really? Did you see the part when Vicky threw an absolute fit at Jay and almost chucked him into the pool? Yeah, that was funny. It actually was kind of funny. I know, like, and Jay's even worse for going tashing on with that girl in the club. I mean, she was absolutely mortal, typical boy. She's even talking like the people off Geordie Shore. Yeah, they're all the same. But here, did you see the debate last night? The debate? What? Yeah, like, all the people on it that are running for presidency, they're trying to make themselves come across well. The election is only in a couple of weeks after all. What are you on about? It's fine. She mustn't want to talk about the debate. Well, anyway, my favourite is Vicky. Like, her body is amazing, not to mention her hair. Oh, here she goes. Brace yourself. I'd love to be one of the girls off Geordie Shore. I mean, like, imagine getting paid to go and get absolutely mortal and tash on with as many boys as you want. Not to mention the amount of fame and attention you'd get. You'd be let into any club in the country without question. Tell you one thing, I wouldn't be complaining. And I'd be minted. Oh, you would like Geordie Shore. Yeah. I didn't try to talk to her again about it. My mum does encourage me to watch the debate, and I can talk to her about it, but I know her opinion on it. I'd like to talk to someone different. When I tried to bring it up in class, my teacher's telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe she likes the way the country used to be ran. I don't know. That's why I invited you here, so we could talk about it. It does affect us all, this election, especially as young people. We too have a say in all this. It actually isn't too bad, Geordie Shore. I mean, if people want to spend their lives going out, partying and getting drunk, or getting mortal as they'd say, who are we to judge? They do look like they're having a laugh, after all. Maybe I'd be good on something like that. Maybe I could try it for next series.
What's your promise? I don't want to have to wait for you to sell the stupid villa. It's only a pony. But the other two are getting lonely, Daddy. What? Look, Daddy, I'm going to have to call you back later. There's some weird snake on. No, bye. Sorry. No, I'm late. No. Did you say RC? On the telly, like? Yeah, no problem. Do I think the country is in good shape? Clearly not. No money, no jobs. People are like way more selfish now. People are angry, a lot more angry. Everyone's emigrating like in the old days when it was called, what was it called in the old days? Not the famine, obviously, but in the old days. All anyone talks about is the financial state of the country, really. Other than the financial state, I wouldn't know where to begin. Well, give me something. No money, no jobs, no ponies. And then I go blank. That's all that's on the news. Oh, the Queen came, yeah. That kind of settled a bit of the anger, didn't it? Barack Obama, him too. Not sure why. Who's in power? Enda Kenny, Fine Gael. One of the Fiannas, anyway. Oh, and the little puppet fella, Michael G. Who's in what? Fine Gael? Co-what? Coalition. Greens. PDs. Are they sit down? Oh, it's Sinn Féin. Has to be Sinn Féin. Serious. Oh, Labour, yeah, I knew that. Pat Rabbitt's the leader. Eamon Gill. Oh, I knew that too. What do I think of Brian Kemp? Real annoying voice. Straight out of bed. He seemed real idiotic, like he was just saying what he was handed. The Greens. Honestly, don't know. Well, environment, obviously. Well, they made some sort of ban on chewing gum. Ridiculous. Explain the financial crisis. Where do I begin? Well, my daddy said that the banks were dishing out cash they didn't have in the first place, and well, everyone got a bit carried away really and started buying everything they could see, like properties and stuff. And now, well, people have to sell off their villas because, well, I suppose there isn't as much money as before. Like maybe people are starting to realise that having another pony isn't as important. I'm tired now. What happened now? Oh, the IMF. Yeah. Ireland's money fills. I honestly don't know, and why should I have to pay for other people's mistakes? If I were in charge? Oh my god. Well, first of all, I print more money, and anytime I say that, people are like, oh, it'll lose its value or whatever, but you don't print that much. Okay, I'd revamp the whole city, make it more colourful and less dull and depressing. More places for young people where it isn't all about shopping, I suppose. No, thank you. Dazzy, it doesn't matter about the pony.
Díagh agus is Misha Jack. Sorry, I have to say that. Scoil an Gaeilge. It's an all-Irish school, to those of you looking a bit confused. The principal was supposed to be here today giving this tour, but unfortunately due to pension cutbacks, he has now taken orders at McDonald's from 2 to 5 to make up for the shortfall in his retirement income. The principal, or Big Mac, as we like to call him now, sends his apologies, but is confident you will all understand given the current financial situation. So, I guess it's down to me to promote the school to you. Founded in 1993, Closh Hida was one of the first all-Irish multi-denominational schools in Tallaght, possibly even the world. Oh, that is yet to be confirmed. We are very proud of our multi-denominational tag here, and we openly welcome students from any religion, culture or nationality, as long as they're white, Irish and Christian, of course. The absence of colour is maintained in all aspects of school life, particularly the downstairs corridors. They're cramped, claustrophobic, bottlenecked and bland beyond belief to prevent students' imaginations from wandering, and indeed wondering what the hell they have done to deserve this bunker-like banality daily. Upstairs, however, there is an abundance of space, set aside for the higher-ups in life. I speak, of course, of the staff, who share only their corridor with the MDs. Multi-denominations, yeah. And thus, because of this, seem to have so much more space than a squashed would-be Gaeilge beneath them. Now, I know what you're all thinking. What the hell is this guy complaining about? We all had to go to school. Well, I agree. But up until now, there was a prospect of employment upon completion of the jail time, school time. Sadly, that prospect is no longer available. Take Big Mac himself, being a perfect example of this. A principal who has the double job. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence in the future. Having said that, the only way forward is to stop thinking about the future and blindly plough on through the cramped, squashed corridors of our youth and hopefully emerge unscathed and somehow employable into adulthood. Again, I'm sorry that the Big Mac, principal couldn't be here today, but I hope you have enjoyed your time with me. It's Misha Jack, student of Closh Hida, and apparently the future.
I have lupus, and this is lupus. I wouldn't say I've had a quiet year, more like an eventful year. It started last February when I got home from school, and I seen that awful letter. Once you see the hospital crest on the front of the envelope, you know you're going to have to get blood taken, which means, hi, Sinead, I'm Deirdre, and I'm going to be a nurse today. Would you like me to play darts at your left or right arm? Darts? Sorry? Blood's silly. Left or right arm? Oh. But then I went to see the doctor, and well, he told me I had this syndrome. Anti-long-word syndrome. And well, I hadn't got a clue what it was. But she told me I might be able to have children. And I was devastated, because I wanted a big family. But there's a financial worry off my head. I wish my mum could say the same. I get everything I want. And ever since I got sick, cha-ching. But I woke up the next morning, and it looked as though a giant butterfly had landed on my face. I had a rash near the side of my nose. And my mum went on a mad one. Sinead, it's that cheap makeup you're using. Why don't you ever listen to me? No, like, I'm not messing. My ma, she's major posh. I buy you the right stuff. Oh man, using the right stuff. I've done nothing wrong. Well, you've clearly done something wrong, because you look like that. OMG, just clean your face. But it wasn't the makeup at all. After a day or two, it got a lot worse. So we went to see the GP. Oh, and she was really reassuring. Whoa, there's definitely something wrong with you. I just studied this in college. Do you ever get when there's something on your mind but you can't get it out, but you know the name because it's like right there, but I just don't know it? Oh my god, it's lupus! But because it all happened so quickly, they told me I needed to talk to somebody. Like that was going to happen. Me, a shrink, and a couch. Imagine. So, Sinead, how are you feeling today? I'm grand. And this is relatively new for you. So you must be feeling, in some ways, confused maybe? Did I not just tell you I was grand? Right, so let's talk about your feelings. Like that was going to happen. But when summer came along, everyone was either going to the beach or having parties. Whereas I just wanted to sleep and do nothing at all. But my friend came over one day and she was going mad. Sinead, you need to get a grip of yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get out there and live your life. Sure, look at my ma. She's about to croak it. So that's what I did. I took her advice. And well, I wanted to know more about what was happening to me. So I asked my aunt to do some research. And this is what she comes back with. But I better get reading. Oh look, Rihanna. Yeah, she has lupus too. Deadly. Oh no, I didn't mean deadly. No, I did. Deadly.